All right, so this is step one of making the zucchini fries. And this is our new rapid prep medallion. So this little thing comes apart and you'll see how everything goes into it really nicely. There's 3 different settings on here. And you can do it on like a fry. You can do it to where it's just straight little slices. And then you can do it on the julienne setting. So there's 3 different sections and that's on the top. So you can just toggle that around on the top. Now on the bottom, there's 8 different settings. It goes 1 through 8 on the thickness. And then there's a little one right here that will cube it. So if whatever you're doing, it will make it cubed, which is really awesome. So you can make things as thick as you want or as thin as you want. For these, it suggests for us to do an 8 thickness. So I'm gonna turn it on that. And I'm going to use the fry setting. So the front is very, very safe. This closes up and you can lock it, okay? And then it unscrews at the top here too and you just pop it down. So I'm going to put the plastic piece in first and you put that up and it locks it right down in. And then this is kind of it pushes down to get everything through. So I'll show you guys this. And there's little suction things on the end that are really cool too. So there, it was locked, sorry. Quickly, this works. On its side a little bit. All right. So you saw how quickly I was able to do all this. Super awesome. Then I'm going to seasoning. Dropped a couple on the floor. Then I'm going to season these, and you can season it with whatever you want for this part. It just takes a tablespoon to season all these. Actually, I did 6, and the recipe calls for 2 zucchini for 1 tablespoon. So since I have 6, I'll probably use a few tablespoons and honestly just probably season it with salt and pepper. So that is step 1. And you put that up, and it locks it right down in. And then this is kind of it pushes down to get everything through. So I'll show you guys this. And there's little suction things on the end that are really cool too. So there, it was locked, sorry. Quickly, this works. On its side a little bit. All right. So you saw how quick. Okay, so the next couple steps are pretty simple. Like this recipe is really easy. It's a quick side to have. That's why I'm making it for dinner tonight. We kind of didn't have a ton to make, so I'm throwing some chicken and sauce in the quick cooker, which will only take about a half an hour. And I have these salted. What I made, and I'm going to show you in our redesigned coating trays. I have this paleo powder. It's like it's a grain-free breadless breading. So if you just want to use, like in the recipe, I love that Paper Chef is kind of moving towards this healthier whole food recipe. It has I always say it wrong. It's like Topeka or Topeka. I always say it wrong. That flour and almond flour are the 2 that you're supposed to use. So I have this that I just got from Thrive Market and I really wanted to try it out. And then I mixed it with some almond flour. So I'll show you our new coating trays. These are amazing. They're gray in color and they don't cook like the old ones did. They just kind of sit side by side. So they're all even, all same size. Love them. And they come with an awesome tongue. The old one was a little bit funkier. It wasn't that great. So they redesigned it. wonderful. These are a must buy if you don't have coating trays. They also, I've seen people use them, like if you have little kids, they kind of put like their juice box in it and their food, and they let them walk around with their little tray. I love that. I mean, even for like experiments, like we do all sorts of sciencey stuff and craft things at home. You could have the kids put whatever, if you're doing something with liquids in there, you can make sensory bins out of them. I mean, there's just so many options, and it's a really nice, deep, shallow bowl. So I love that. So I have in here my breading and my almond flour. And I'm going to just do a little bit of these at a time. You have to remember too, I don't know if you've worked with zucchini a lot, it does hold water a little bit. So people want to watch that. Roses, you know. So, oh, you know what I want to do before this? So I'm going to put these in the air fryer. One second, I get my spritzer. This is our spritzer. I use this for almost like every recipe I do. It's awesome. I'm going to spray the racks for the air fryer. And I'll show the air fryer here in just a second. The air fryer is amazing. It has lots of different settings, and I will actually post like a video too that you can see. Some videos I posted of my upline Tanya Brozlowski. She's amazing. I'm kind of like a mess. I throw things together. She's like more the professional, so she'll really explain the products in a way that can really teach you some things. But I'll post something about the air fryer as well. And I'm gonna get some of these on here. But the air fryer, like I was saying, it air fries, it bakes, it roasts, which is awesome if you're doing like vegetables in there, because some air fryers will burn the crap out of stuff, but ours does not, because it has a setting for that. It does rotisserie. It comes with a basket that you can put like all, like these I'm putting on the racks because there's breading, so I'm not sure how that would go. But I usually put my fries, I do sweet potato fries. If I do my sweet potato fries on these racks, a lot of the time they will burn. So I'm not like a huge fan of doing that. So I put them in the basket, which I can show you. I actually have it right here. This is the basket. It's very well used and loved. Another little thing that I've really learned for cleaning, I don't know if anybody has these, and actually the medallion that I showed in the last video, it comes with one of these, I'm pretty sure. This is like the best little like $5 tool that we have. It cleans everything awesome. So I have that one tray I'm gonna put in. And then once I get this in, I'll kind of show you guys about the air fryer. But I'm loving these tongs and the new coating trays. They're so good. I did season the zucchini with a little bit of salt before. You can pick whatever, like I said in the first step video, you guys can pick whatever seasonings you want. And if you want to use like Parm cheese and regular flour with this, go for it. You do whatever you want. These are just suggestions. I always like to throw in like healthy substitutes because I know, you know, people sometimes like to do those type of things. I have some health things that I like to cater to that for, because if I don't eat this way, I just feel rough a lot. So I do appreciate when I find good healthy substitutes. So if you are one of those people, Thrive Market's pretty cool to find those kind of things on. I mean, Kroger has a ton of stuff, but Thrive Market's pretty awesome. So I'm going to show you this. So they're in both racks. This is the air fryer. Mine is super dirty right now, so don't judge it. I clean it out with the Norwex paste. I try to like once a week, but you know, and that's another conversation. So just like most of our electronics, we have this toggle. You can do air fry, bake, roast, rotisserie, reheat, and also dehydrate, which we have a new product out right now that is for the dehydrate button. And it's to make like fruit leather or like fruit roll-ups. I think you could even put jerky in them, and I'll show you those later on. You can hit rotate when you got that basket in. You can, there's tools that go right through a rotisserie, like a chicken, and you can rotisserie it in here. I've done it before and it's amazing. But I'm gonna hit the air fry. Whoop, 25 minutes, 400 degrees, and I'm going to let that go. So that is the that was like 2 and 3 kind of like combined. And then after this, I'll show a picture of the finished product and I will post the full recipe as well. One more thing I forgot. In our air fryer too, whenever it beeps halfway through, so say it's on like 25, like usually around 13 it'll beep, and then I switch their racks around. So that's something to know too. All right, thank you. Okay, so with these fries, there's a little aioli that you can make. And like usual, I have a little substitution. So instead of mayonnaise, I use this. It's Primal Kitchen. It's avocado oil. It's like mayonnaise made with that. This is actually Whole30 approved. There's no soy, sugar-free, keto-friendly if you do keto. So it's pretty good mayonnaise. I used to get it at Kroger. I think it's still there. I don't know. But a little bit of garlic, a little bit of paprika, and some salt. So I'm going to get that. Actually, real quick, I'm going to switch these zucchini fries right now. I mentioned it beeps halfway through. So I'm going to switch the racks real quick. And also, too, if you do have an air fryer, or if you have one of ours, or if you're thinking about it, it's really great to get one of our minis. Like we have these, the grip sets, or they have with the minis. They're really, really nice to have to take out those trays. Our bigger ones make it a little bit more difficult. So our smaller ones are really good for that. So there's some measurements with this. I'm not gonna follow them because, you know, what would be the fun in that? So I just kind of threw some in there. Mix this up and I'm gonna dip one in. I do have them. Actually, I almost forgot about this. I never really realized aioli was mayonnaise based. And I know that, not to sound silly, I just didn't know that. This is really good. So here's what it looks like. That was super easy to make. And then what's left, because I've actually been eating them, I'm gonna try this out. So good. So these are what they are looking like. There's just like a little bit of them left because I ate a lot of them, but so good. So I definitely approve of the aioli and the zucchini fries, and I don't have to feel bad. Everything I'm eating is good. All right.